speaker who is known worldwide as America's passion coach. And when I met him this morning, I said, you're in the right place because you've come to America's passion company, right? And I know he's going to experience that in his time with us this morning. But Coach D is our next speaker. And Coach D is not an athletic coach. He is a motivation and goals coach, which is absolutely perfect timing for us here with our program because we're in the middle of evaluation cycle. And all of us are having conversations with the folks on our teams about strive for excellence and goals and how we can make sure we make a difference as we continue to move forward in our own personal goals and strategies, but meeting the business goals and strategies, Eduardo. Secondarily, Mike, you challenged us in the corporate officers meeting yesterday around strive for excellence when you said, make sure that those of us who are in support roles and support positions are equally as engaged as the folks who are out on the field, fighting for our customers and striving and serving our customers and members every day. And so it couldn't be better timing that today we have the opportunity to hear from a motivational coach. So if you'll help me welcome Darrell Andrews, who is Coach D.
America, are you serious? It is showtime, baby. Here we go. Ram, jam, slam, bam. It's awesome, baby.
Good morning, Walmart and Sam's Club. It is exciting to be here, and as was alluded to a little bit earlier today, we are in the midst of the NCAA tournament. And one thing I realized when it comes to maintaining success over the long term is it takes a confluence of a few things. One, it takes an effective coach, but then secondly, it also takes a talented and motivated team. And I kind of want to start off by asking you a question. Do I happen to have a talented and motivated team here at Walmart and Sam Clubs? Do I happen to have that? Absolutely. Well, I'm excited to be here today, and I want to take a few moments to talk to you about one of your core beliefs of striving for excellence. And I remember some years ago, I was taking a look at a survey that was taken by Harvard University where they asked I think it was 300 Fortune 500 CEOs the question, what's more important as it relates to success individually, success organizationally, and from a leadership perspective within a company or an organization? What's more important, hard skills or soft skills? And 85% of the CEOs came back and unquestionably said that soft skills is probably one of the more important components to overall success within the organization and operating with excellence. So what I want to do today is share with you in my brief time a few key soft skills as it directly relates to the whole concept and core philosophy of striving for excellence. And the first soft skill I want to share with you, I would like to share with you in the context of a story. Of all the things that I am most proud of, I am most proud of being a father and a husband. And I happen to have three of the most beautiful children on the planet. They look just like their daddy. I have my 11-year-old son by the name of Darrell Jr., who thinks he's the man of the house. And I happen to have my 7-year-old daughter by the name of Sophia Olivia, who thinks she's the boss of the house. And she is. And there's nothing any of us can do about it. Matter of fact, one time I was going to speak at an event, she said to me, Daddy, as I was getting ready to go speak at the event, she said, Daddy, go out and do a good job for the family. As well as the bottom line. Already got a junior executives in my household. And I have my 5-year-old son by the name of Alexander Joshua, who's 5 years old and he's eating us out of house and home. So maybe some years from now, I'll send him down here to become an Arkansas Razorback. Take Darren McFadden's spot. But I remember one time I was going to speak at a conference, an economics and education conference, and there were several thousand people at this particular event. And my then 5-year-old son walks into my study as I'm preparing for this conference, and then he says to me, he makes this bold proclamation. He says to me, Daddy, I want to go speak to the people. I said, you want to go speak to the people, son? He said, yes, Dad, I want to go speak to the people. And I said, okay, son, I'm going to let you speak to the people. But what are you going to say to them, son? What are you going to say that's going to cause them to go for the goal? What are you going to cause that's going to say to them that's going to cause them to be their best? What are you going to say to them, son? Then, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, this is a 5-year-old. Out of nowhere, for some reason, he starts to rock back and forth like this. I have no idea why he's rocking, but he's rocking. Then all of a sudden, he pulls his shirt off, and I really don't have any idea why he did that, but he pulled his shirt off. And then he looks at me with his eyes bulging, and he said, my God, my son is morphing right before my eyes. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just says it with a level of intensity. He says to me, Daddy, when I step on that stage, I'm going to tell those people, you got to have passion. And I just kind of looked at him and said, boy, it's quite obvious you must have gotten that from your mama's side of the family. Walmart team, Sam's Club team, I want you all to stand up real quick. I want you to find 2 or 3 people, give them a big double high five and say, if you're going to be excellent, you got to have passion, baby. Go on, give them a big old high five. If you're going to be excellent, you got to have passion, baby. You got to have passion. You have got to have passion if you're going to be excellent. Give yourselves a hand clap for being an excellent corporation. Let's have a street real quick. Put my slides up, please, my slides. You got to have passion. I like what the president of Sam's Club talked about, having passionate associates. Why do we need to have passion when we talk about striving for excellence, ladies and gentlemen? Number one here is passion is the fuel that lights the fire of all creativity and innovation. Passionate people take their job seriously, take their position seriously, and it definitely becomes contagious to those individuals who are influenced by them on a day-to-day basis. Next one here is passionate customer service assures sustainability during tough economic times. Now, I know we just mentioned sustainability from an environmental standpoint, but also sustainability as far as our level of excellence and what we do in the day-to-day basis as associates within our organization. The next one here is passion is contagious. Passionate leadership is the foundation of risk-taking and competitive spirit. When you have passionate leaders, it becomes contagious, and everyone takes on that same mindset and philosophy. I like this one quote about when we talk about taking risk. I like this quote where this guy said, taking risk is like jumping off your cliff and building your wings on the way down. And then one guy said it like this, you know, taking risks is like this. If you fall on your face, you're still falling forward. But the bottom line, great leadership is willing to step out and try great things. Next here is this. Excellence is a byproduct of passion. And your organization understands that very well. Matter of fact, I was over at a store in my travels last week over in the state of Delaware, over in Long Island, New York, and asked one of the managers there, what does striving for excellence mean to him? And he said to me simply, he said, Coach, he said, it means a few things. He said, one is the details, like keeping clean floors and keeping things stacked in a certain way. But it's also about the way we support one another within the organization. Every associate has goals on a day-to-day basis, and they give it their best on a day-to-day basis and realize that our customers come first. Can you give that store a hand clap for understanding the importance of striving for excellence? No question about it. The next key soft skills as it relates to striving for excellence is this, ladies and gentlemen, and that is attitude alteration. And I like a couple of quotes. One is by Dr. Eleanor Levy, who's an immunologist and PhD out of Boston University, where she says this about attitude. She says, our thoughts affect the way we feel more so than what we eat. Research throughout the world, including Harvard's Body and Mind Institute, suggests that positive thoughts increase white blood cell count, helping to fight disease and infection. Positive thoughts also increases the body's production of adrenaline and endorphins, would help with over vitality and excitement about life. If you want to improve the way you feel and look, begin with your attitude and instantly feel better about life and all that it has to offer for less than the cost of a Big Mac. Dr. William James, one of the greatest researchers of all time on human potential, said this about attitude. He said, the greatest discovery of my generation is that a person can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. Can you give somebody a high five and tell them attitude is everything, baby? Go on, give them another high five. Tell them attitude is everything, Walmart associates. Attitude is everything. You see? I mean, think about it. How many times do you hear people say stuff like this? This is when you talk about somebody has the right attitude. Look at this. Have you ever heard this, my friends? Have you ever heard this? Boy, I've gotten up on the right side of the bed today. I mean, how many of us have ever heard that before? Let's think about it. This is the right kind of attitude stuff here. Think about the next one right here. Thank God it's Monday. I mean, come on. Well, think about this stuff. I mean, realistically, look at this one. Help me out, ladies. I'm having a good hair day. Ladies, we don't hear that too often. Think about this one. For those that have kids, you kids are getting on my good side. And this is the last one, ladies. Think about this one right here when you see this. Those are married couples. Honey, you're right, and I'm wrong. You see? But see, it's all about our attitude. And as I only have a few more minutes left here, I want to kind of close us out with something, ladies and gentlemen. A few of the altered attitudes. One, nobody rises to low expectations. I'm not going to go through all of these, but there's just some things here. In particular, your founder and great leader, Sam Walton, let's give him a hand clap for that. He was a motivational force behind your company. Attitude and his pursuit of prices and all of that really made a big goal in your organization being where it is today. Our customers can feel our attitudes, and so can our associates and fellow associates. And lastly, daily analysis of our attitude is important to the striving for excellence and operating in integrity. When we talk about striving for excellence, it's a byproduct of passion, and it's also a byproduct of attitude. Now, I want to do something real quick. I have 1 minute left. We're going to split the room up in two sides, and we're going to do one quote. When I do this quote, I want you to give each other crazy high fives and say, we're going to go for it. And I also want you to tell them to be a trailblazer, baby. I'm going to do the quote on this side. I'm going to do the quote on that side, okay? Here's the quote right here. Matter of fact, you can put it up on the slide, but if not, I'll go without it. It says this right here. Don't go. Now, this side, get ready. Don't go where the path, no, you don't have to quote it. Don't go where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail. Give somebody a high five and be a trailblazer, baby. Be a trailblazer, baby. Be a trailblazer, baby. There you go. That's one side. All right. All right. Competition going on here. We're going to do it on the other side real quick, and then I'm done. All right, here we go. Don't go where the path may lead. Instead, go where there is no path and leave a trail. Come on. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, as I walk up the stage, it's trailblazers that sustain success over the long haul. And thank you for your commitment to excellence and low prices. And by the way, everything I have on today is purchased at Walmart. Thank you so much for your, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen.